What's up, baby girl? I know it's been so freaking long since I filmed, but the truth of the matter is, I have been on vacation and I am trying my best to vlog every bit. And the problem is not vlogging, the problem is editing. I've never edited a vlog before. I don't know how it's going to come together, but in case you're wondering why I look funny with bunny ears, it's simply because it's freezing here and I have to keep myself warm. So right now I'm in Himachal. I think I got here on the 6th. I've been here for 22 days now. And yeah, a lot of updates to give you. Okay, before that I see that my video is blown. Okay, I'm just gonna put the so right behind me, this range is Mount Kailash, and I'm right now in this place called Kalpa. It is so freaking beautiful. I honestly cannot have enough of the view. This is my room, and this is the view. I'm traveling with a bunch of travel friends of mine, and in the beginning, I just tagged along for some direction, but I turned out to make such good connections, and I'm so happy I did that. I think, yeah, I think this trip was much needed for sure. It's been a while since I put up anything on YouTube because honestly, it's the last thing on my mind. The view here is so beautiful, and I've been traveling. I started off in Manali and I've been exploring some villages in and around, and I just didn't feel like sitting down and uploading a video on any kind of self development because the only reason I took this trip, I just packed and left, it was only because I couldn't take it anymore. I truly wanted to just meet myself. I wanted to find some answers. And believe it or not, I came to this trip not even knowing what the questions were. But I just said, fuck it. This is the first time I've taken a vacation. And my first vacation being so far up north is crazy to me. I never thought that would happen. But here we are. The sun is slowly setting and it's not even 6. That's how slow paced and fast at the same time this little village is. It's so beautiful. This is my last day here. I've been here for a week now. This is my last day here. Tomorrow I will be moving to another place. I'm going to McLeodganj and I'm pretty stoked. Okay, so I truly wanted to just come on here and yeah, my throat's not been very good. Honestly, but you know what? Touch wood, I haven't fallen sick. I have not fallen sick. I really thought that my body is going to take at least a week to acclimatize to this, and but no. Yes, I was really layered up the first few days. I was finding it super difficult to fall asleep because it was that cold, but I never fell sick. I never got fever or cold or any of the normal things that I usually would get. And thank you, universe. I'm pretty grateful for that. But anywho, I really wanted to update you guys on so many things, but none of it is coming to me when I hit the record button. But I knew that I really wanted to film this because this is my last day here and I'm not going to have this view. And there's so much that I learned and there's so much that I kind of understood in the mountains. I've always heard people say the mountains speak to you differently. I've always told people when they ask me, are you a beach girl or a mountain girl? Could be on dating apps, could be with friends, could be just in general, right? When I was given a choice between water and mountains, I would always freaking choose the beach because I've been to the beach, I've been to the sea. And I thought, yeah, what can be better than this? But I've always heard people tell me that no, the mountains speak to you, the mountains, do something to you that you can't really put into words. And I truly experienced that. The first day I got to Manali, from there I went to this place called Sisu the next day. So that was my day 2 in Himachal. And it was so freaking beautiful. Like the first time I saw the mountains, the snow, that's when I uploaded this video called Maktab on my YouTube channel. That's the previous video. There's so much that it did to me, and I right now when I think about it, all it did to me is make me look at life so different. And no, not materialistically, not non-materialistically. I don't even know what. I don't think I can ever go back to Bangalore or go back to Bombay and look at life the same. I can never look at life the same again. That's what the mountains did to me. And ever since then, it's just been questions after questions and answers after answers. I told myself that, I really want to take this trip. I really want to just leave and find myself. I want to, sorry, that's someone flying a drone, but I wanted to meet myself. That's why I took this trip. And I just didn't know where to start. I didn't know what answers I needed. I didn't even know where to begin, like what to ask myself, what questions do I have. It was not the mundane, or it was not the very obvious questions like, oh, when am I going to make it, or how am I going to make it. None of that shit. But it was more of, I really don't know. I don't know what questions. But I know that there's a lot I want to do. There's a lot I want answers for. I want to freaking meet myself. And I'm so glad I took this trip, because ever since Sisu, like the first time I saw mountains, it's just been one thing after another, just unraveling, just unpacking by itself. And it's so freaking beautiful. And I just thought I'd, share a couple of things with you. So from Sisu, we stayed a couple of days in Manali, and then we went to this little village called Kasol. And on my way back from Kasol was Parvati River from Parvati Valley. And all of us just, stopped, and we wanted to like experience the water, and it was a pretty chill river with no people, right? We were almost the only ones there. And then as I was just sitting on the rocks and just looking at the water and dipping my feet, it suddenly hit me, right? There was this realization that I had, for the longest time. I've always put people on pedestals, especially when they do something for me. It could be buying me a candy, or trying to fit me in their schedule, like making time to hang out with me, especially when it involves things that I can see, like materialistic things, like buying me stuff, or, thinking, could be buying me a book, or a little candy bar, or it could, yeah, it could just be something as simple as canceling their plans to like fit me in their day. And I've always put those kind of people on pedestals, like they'll automatically become this, oh my god, so sweet, such a good person, such a kind hearted soul. And I would just give them a kind of promotion in my heart, and they would become so close to me. And in this trip, I realized that that is one of the ways I opened the doors for people to walk over me. And the reason I did that, or yeah, I realized the reason I do that, like I appreciate people who do things for me so, so much, put them on a pedestal, because I never really got to experience that as a kid. Like I never really knew of that. Like I didn't have a parent figure kind of doing all that for me, making me feel special, making me feel nice. And when I grew up and I had boyfriends and friends do the same thing, I think that healed, or that kind of spoke to the inner child in me, that led to me automatically celebrating their presence. But it's those people, those are the kind of people who've turned around and fucked me over, or who've turned around and showed me exactly why I shouldn't have trusted them in the first place, right? And when I thought about, okay, but why do I even start trusting people so easily, or why do I put people on pedestals so easily? It's because of the things that they do, the things that I never got to experience as a child, the things that I never had. So that was, I think, a very big revelation to me. That was something I realized about myself in the mountains. And that kind of put so many puzzle, like the pieces of my puzzle together. it may just seem like, oh yeah, okay, it's a small thing, but oh my god, guys, you have no idea how much that connects to where, from what. It's crazy. Another thing that I realized was, for the longest time, it's been 4 years since I quit my job to pursue what I'm doing. And I worked so freaking hard. And not one person that I've met in my life, in my line of job, has told me that you're not cut out for this. Like, I don't think you have what it takes. So I've always gone forward. Like, I've always moved ahead. I've never really given up because I'm like, I've worked with the best of professionals who've always told me, I see great potential. You got to be there at the right place at the right time. And I've always freaking wondered, especially the last year, like 2024, especially 2024, I'm always like, I'm trying my best to meet as much as people as I can. I'm trying my best to network. I'm trying my best to do work, selective work that will, kind of do the job for me. I'm always playing the long game, but why haven't I made it? Why haven't I made it? And in on this trip, I realized that I am not giving the universe space in my life to give me what I truly desire. And that just hit me on so many freaking levels. Like, think about it. Like, one of the people that I really want to forgive in my life is my father, but I've never been able to do that for everything that he's done. And not just him, even when I'm like sulking a little bit and I want to work hard, and when I'm sulking because I'm tired or because I'm like, oh, I can't, my body cannot, I always think about it. Like, I always tell myself that, oh my god, no, I have to prove this particular person wrong, so I gotta like go for it. So I think, as validating and as ego soothing as these moves are, these are things that are blocking space in my life. And that's what coming here really taught me. How am I to make it? How am I to become an actor? How am I to become a supermodel? How am I to make it if I am not making space in my life for those blessings to come in? And what is occupying my life currently is sadness, and is, why me? What did I do to deserve this? Oh, how could he do this to me? Why do I keep attracting these kind of people? I want to forgive, but I don't know how, And my therapist did teach me that, in order to heal, you don't have to really forgive. It has nothing to do with one another. But I think I'm the kind of person who wants to heal and wants to forgive, because it is, end of the day, a baggage that I'm holding, and I just don't want to. I want to just forgive everybody who I think did me wrong, who did things to me that I think I don't deserve. And this trip is truly, day after day, I'm realizing things, and I truly feel this trip is getting me one step closer to who I really want to be. And that is, I just want to be empty. I want to be empty. I want to heal. I want to match my frequency, current frequency, to my desired version. And for that, I need to let the universe work its miracles in my life. And I'm not going to do that as long as I'm sad, as long as I'm not forgiving, as long as I'm not, free and full. My life is so full right now with sadness and feelings of entitlement and feelings of sorrow and feelings of, could be anything. I just want to be empty. And I truly, if you would have asked me 20 days ago, why are you taking this trip? I would have just said to meet myself, because that was the reason. But I didn't know meeting myself was this. Made me realize that, fuck, how am I to ever attract anything good in my life if I were to hold on to all the bad that happened? And as much as I'm intellectually aware of it, I think this trip taught me, or touched me in a more visceral way. So yeah, pretty grateful for that. Um, Other than that, I think it's been so cool. Oh my god, I will never freaking forget the time I saw the mountains for the first time. It still feels like yesterday. It's so beautiful. After this, I'm going to McLeodganj, and I am so freaking heartbroken because I wanted to meet the Dalai Lama and I emailed them in advance and all of that, but he's touring because of health conditions and because of the Tibetan New Year that's coming in February. So their blessing lines will reopen in March or April. And yeah, I planned a 40-day trip. I haven't planned a 4-month trip, so I'm gonna have to say next time. But it did kind of make me feel quite bad and sad though. But I truly believe the universe has its reasons for everything. But super excited. I'm going paragliding in McLeodganj and I just cannot freaking wait. I'm also getting a tattoo next year. It's the 29th today, so I'm getting a tattoo next year, which is in Jan. I'm going to do my whole mountain journey, something to do with that. I know what I want to do, but I'll show you guys in probably another video. But yeah, pretty stoked, pretty excited, and I honestly couldn't have asked for anything better, you know? And even another thing that I kind of understood was romantically, I kept telling myself that, yeah, this is it for me. It is not really, I'm not cut out for this. I just keep attracting people who are emotionally unavailable, and that's because I don't deserve them. And as much as I knew that, yeah, my thoughts are thoughts and it doesn't have to be true, there's something wrong with that line of thinking. I realized here that I am attracting them because I am that. I am the first one to run out of a commitment because I'm like, oh, but what if they hurt me? Oh, no, breakups. Oh, no, just that line of thinking. Um, so, yeah, I really cannot wait for more. I cannot wait to see what unravels, and I cannot wait to finish this trip. I honestly just booked a one-way ticket. I never booked my journey back, but now I've kind of understood that I'll be returning in another 10 to 15 days. So, super privileged, super thankful for this opportunity and this blessing of just being able to kind of pack and leave to find myself. Never thought I'd be saying those words. I always thought I'd be that traveling nomad when I financially retire. But sure, this is quite the experience. Um, as a kid, ever since I was a kid, I've always told myself that one day I will be in New York or LA or even Canada for that matter. That was one of my options, or London. And I would be celebrating Christmas in the snow. And it was one of my, oh my God, bucket list kind of things. But I cannot believe that it's come true so quickly. It is so beautiful. This Christmas was so beautiful because it was freaking freezing here, snowing and freezing, and the view was so beautiful, icicles. And I just couldn't have asked for anything better. So, my dear baby girl, I truly hope your Christmas was amazing and I wish for nothing but the best for you this end of year. I just want you to remember that no matter what you thought your year was going to be, or whatever it was, or what it wasn't, it doesn't matter. It's only going to be a new year if you're going to make changes in your life. Otherwise, it's just going to be an other year, right? And I'm rooting for you. As always, I'm rooting for you. And I truly hope you have an amazing end of year and a great start to your New Year's. I don't know if I'd be making a video on the 31st and uploading anything because I'll be in another place and I truly just want to enjoy the experience here. And yeah, pretty stoked. I cannot wait to catch up with you guys. I'm going to give you a lot more updates and I'm going to be back to making my videos pretty soon. Whew.